Oh, man. Whew. You know, there's somebody who's overseas, and we know who he is. He did a video about Danny Garcia. And it had me chuckling, man. I'm not going to lie. It had me chuckling. Because he proceeded to break down Danny Garcia's resume and, you know, talk about how tough Danny Garcia how tough Danny Garcia is. All right. Listen. All right? I'm going to say something. And I want to be very clear. Danny Garcia, I was a fan of his when he first stepped onto the scenes. I've said this multiple times. I was like, man, I stood on my feet and clapped for when he knocked Amir Khan out. I rooted for the guy at 140. I really wanted to see him do really good things. And I'm going to tell you a funny story about fate. Fate, and just by coincidence, things happen by coincidence that are fated to happen. Now, you might be asking yourself, what am I talking about? All right. Let me break this down for you. In boxing, oftentimes when people, communicate and you message people and you never know what you do outside your personal life, you get to know people and you get to talking to people, and sometimes you might be lucky enough to get to know certain situations and happenings and going ons in people's gyms, with people's camps. And I'm gonna leave this at that. You can keep rooting for Danny Garcia all you guys want, but I know, without a shadow of a doubt, this is not me assuming, this is not me making anything up. Danny Garcia, don't put your eggs in this basket for him being in the sport of boxing for too long. Don't put your eggs in the basket when it comes to Danny Garcia fighting top competition. All right? All I'm going to say is this man has had a brilliant marketing team around him. They have made a lot of money, and Danny never expected to be at the level he's at today. If it had not been for that goddamn paper chin Amir Khan, Danny Garcia would not be where he is today. And it was a brilliant marketing strategy by the people who work behind closed doors. And you can ramble on about his resume, but when you look at that resume, you find old, way past their prime. The last toughest fight he ever had was Lucas Matisse, who we saw. Lucas Matisse is vastly limited in being able to fight punchers and boxing punchers and fighters who know how to work off of jab. This has just hurt my gut so bad because I know how misguided you Danny Garcia fans are. Like, I know how misguided you are, and it's part of the brilliant strategy on behalf of Danny Garcia's marketing team, behind the guys that push him. I mean, I did tell you he's interested in other things, right? I said, hey, Danny Garcia is interested in being a model and, barbershop owning and business ventures. You might say, oh, so what? All the fighters do that. Not like Danny is interested in it. Oh, and when you try to justify Brandon Rios, Danny had other offers from other welterweights. That's all I'm gonna say. Bam Bam was chosen because of a very specific reason.